You might not like this right now. Actually, you might even hate it, or it might be really difficult for you. But the benefits of it, you'll love them. They'll be the best for you. So I'm talking right now about exercise. Exercising has so many benefits, and it doesn't matter what type of exercise, each one has their own benefit. But when you don't do that exercise, you're going to pay for it, whether you pay for it now, whether you pay for it later on in life. But the damage it could cause you could take you to places that you don't even want to think about. Everyone today talk about exercise, how exercise is important and you should do it, and I'm talking about exercise as a whole, not as a specific exercise: running, dancing, swimming, biking. There's so many types of exercise and it could give you so many benefits. And I could tell you, as a person that wasn't in shape at all, I was hardly able to move, to run, forget about pull-ups or other things. When I saw the benefits it gave me, even when I couldn't stand it, and by the way, I'll share you a secret. Also today, there are days that I can't stand it. I wake up in the morning, I'm like, oh my God, like, am I really going to exercise now? But yeah, I get up and I do it. Sometimes I do less, sometimes I do more. Why? Not necessarily because I love it. By the way, there are some exercises that I do love and some that I don't, but I realize what's the benefit of them. So first, before we talk more about the benefits of the exercise, it's important for me again to emphasize, you do you, I do me. What does that mean? I'll give you an example. A girlfriend of mine saw that I was going out to run a lot. So then one time she comes to me and she's like all excited, like, Yair, I got something that you're really going to be excited about. And I'm like, okay, interesting. I'm all in, I'm listening. And then I was like, okay, so what is it? And she was like, I got running shoes. So first, I didn't want to disappoint her. So I'm like, good job, nice, like amazing. And I'm really happy that you're getting into the whole movement of moving and and taking care of your health. And I think that's an amazing thing. Then I asked her later on, it wasn't that same time, why did you buy the running shoes? Like, you hate running. You really hate running. Why did you buy those running shoes? Well, I always see you run and I thought that I should also run. And I was like, listen, I'm all in for movement 100%. Really, I believe it could change people's lives. I don't believe, I know, because I saw it on myself and people that are close to me. But the fact that I like running, it doesn't mean you should run. So same thing with you. Choose an exercise, choose something that you connect to in some way. And that's the one you should do. Because if you'll choose an exercise like my girlfriend chose back then, that only because I do it, she won't be consistent. By the way, I don't think she runs today. So the first month or two it was nice, but after that it was done. Now the main reason that I got into exercise, also had to get into pretty good shape back in the days in the special forces, but another main reason that I kept on with it later on wasn't because I was natural with it, not because I loved it, none of those. Actually, I hated running back then, and I didn't have the body for someone to go and be in shape naturally. I worked really hard on it, and again, not because I loved it, because I saw slowly the benefits of the exercise. Back then, I remember I had so many things going on in life, and now I'm smiling because I'm a big believer in the smile and of the effect it can have on me and the people around me. But back then, I was smiling, but probably less. And it was a really difficult time. Also in terms of relationships, I was in a relationship that wasn't really working out. And I really tried to make the relationship work out. But for some reason, it was stuck. And when it was stuck, a lot of times I was blaming myself. Maybe I'm not enough. Maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I'm not bringing enough to the field. And I should do more. So I had a lot of self-doubt of my capability, like, why can't I make this work? And then I was also working really hard, and my business had different challenges. I remember once that we had to close a deal, and I had no clue from where the money's going to come. The closing was the day after, and I was just, so many things in my head, and I couldn't really focus. It was really hard to push forward when I wasn't really energized and focused. and have that self-confidence to push forward. I had so many things, like I said, also in the relationship, also in the business, also my health. I had all type of conditions that made it a little bit more challenging. Now, what helped me, with time to get over these challenges and, learn from them and grow. And of course it was difficult, I'm not painting it with all, butterflies and sunrise. It was hard. It was hard when I was in there. I was sometimes in a place that was like, oh my God, like what's going to be next? But then doing the exercise of, getting up in the morning, I personally prefer in the morning. You do whatever you want, even though it is better in the morning. But if you won't do it in the morning, you'll do it at a different time. Better that than nothing. But creating that routine, that exercise routine, what it did to my body, number one, I felt a lot better. I felt a lot more energized. When I felt a lot more energized, though, I also was more awake. When I'm more awake, I could more deal with whatever's coming to me. I could make the better decisions. It helped me also to stay focused. So every time when there's a challenge, or just when we're also doing something fun, in order to get the best out of it, best to be focused in it and not all around. Or when the focus goes out, bring it back in. So being more energized, being more awake, and I'll say the most important thing that I gave him a lot of self-confidence. Because when your body gets into that state of exercise and then you see the results of it and you feel better and you're more energized, what comes after that? Self-confidence. You're not dependent on someone else outside for your inner well-being. You feel inside a lot better. So of course there were still the challenges with a girlfriend and with business and other things, but I wasn't looking for their opinion or for them to value me. I valued me for myself. So doing the exercise really like pushed up that, that self-confidence inside, nothing to do with other people. And only for that, I'm telling you it's worth it. Again, whatever type of exercise you want. And I really believe only for that alone it's worth it. Of course, also my health was better because when I was doing moderate exercise, also your health gets better, and whatever pain you have, you could heal it, and whatever, I'll say, disease could come, you prevent it. It's always better to focus on prevention than on cure, because when you prevent it, it's a lot better, because then you don't even get to that part of dealing with that illness. And another thing, I'm pretty young, but exercise also saves a lot of money. We just spoke about preventing illness, right? So people spend so much money on, unfortunately, I really feel for everyone, but spend so much money on all type of illnesses later on in life, mainly, that they got. And a lot of times exercise can prevent them, like we said. Now again, there are illnesses that are out of our control, but let's do the best, do the best that you can, to prevent those illnesses. Whatever is out of your control, you can't do anything about it. The only thing you could do is basically control the way you act to whatever comes to you. But whatever is in your control, the part that you could do is start getting into shape, get into that movement, into that exercise routine. Again, you'll feel a lot better, your body will also look a lot better, and you get so many benefits from that. Now, don't think that if you start doing exercise today, so tomorrow you're going to look different and with this huge self-confidence and I'm strong, I'm good. No, probably the first time actually the opposite. You'll wake up and you'll be all sore, your body will have pain from over your muscle. It would be inconvenient, I'll say it that way. Probably after about I'll say 70 to 80 hours it will leave. But when you consist with the exercise, you'll see results. Again, I'm not talking only about your body looking better. I'm talking about you feeling better inside. You're not depending on anyone's else validation. And it won't be within the first day, but if you consist with it, the results will be amazing and you'll benefit from it so much, and I promise you it will change your life. Again, you need to be consistent. Now, in order to be consistent, do me a favor. I had a friend that, he started exercising and he was like, yeah, I'm going all in, I'm totally in and I'll do it every day and I'll run every day. And I'm like, listen, buddy, take a breath. Slowly start with once a week. Maybe twice. Don't do too, you're taking it too far. And he's like, no, don't worry, I'm all in. Well, that was a few good years ago. Today he doesn't move. For 30, 40 days he did everyday exercise, and since then he's not doing it. because like he still has in his brain, first he has pain because he damaged himself. Second, like he still has in his brain this something inside here that says, okay, exercise is pain and injuries, so he's still stuck there. So what we're basically talking about now is exercise, but moderate. If you're not in there, start with small steps. There's a word research says, I hear it so much. Yeah, I'll also maybe use it, but research changes from time to time. But in general, the research says that about, I'll say 2.5 hours a week of exercise, that's something that should be great for you. Now, in those 2.5 hours, divide it, maybe do 3-4 times, 5 times, half hour here, 1 hour there, 20 minutes there. But try to do it in a place that you don't go hardcore. Again, if you're now at 0, start with half an hour a week. Like, build it step by step. That's your only way to be consistent. When you're consistent, only then you'll see your results. Now, in these 2.5 hours, again, you could do more, you could do less, but try to have, let's say, 20 to 30% that is hard workout. So it could be sprints, it could be, I don't do heavy weights, but I'm more natural. Try to do about, 20 to 30% more intensive workout. And that could be sprints, it could be, lifting heavy weights, whatever it is you do. And then after that, have that more zone 2 exercise. That means like, more relaxed. Could be running slowly, could be walking. So try to have about 70% of exercise that is more relaxed, and then about 30 that is more intense. Don't do those too intense days one after another. Have a break in between. Again, having that rest time is really crucial for you to build up and get stronger. Now, for all of you that I love you and you're telling me right now, Yair, I have no time, I can't stand exercise, all these other excuses. So we could answer each one of them, but I'll only mention right now 2. Number 1, if you have no time, create time. It's not that you don't have time, it's that it's not important enough for you. And it's not important enough for you, I'm not blaming you, because you're not understanding yet the benefits of it. So create time, again, even a small chunk of time. The best way, if you don't love the exercise, to continue on doing it is if you basically right now schedule that exercise next to something that anyways you do every morning. So if you brush your teeth every morning, which I hope you do, so do it next to that brushing teeth, or other things that you do. You have breakfast, so schedule that exercise next to the breakfast, next to the dinner. In order to build a new habit, it's always easier to do it when you schedule it right next to one that you do already. Again, if you love the exercise, it would be easier for you to do that. If you don't, schedule it next to something that you do already. And after that, again, let's take action. So if you're already all in the exercise, check yourself. Are you working too hard? Maybe you need some more rest time. If you didn't even start with those small steps and be consistent. And choose, I said, the exercise that you like, the one that you like. Because if you're choosing the one that I like and you hate it, you won't do it. If there's no exercise you like, I don't believe that. There's dancing, it has to be something. If there's nothing you like, at least be in movement, walk, move. You have to be in movement. That's a must. So again, schedule that time wherever you are in the scale, whether you're doing a lot or you're doing less, schedule that time for the exercise and be consistent with it. And I'm sure you'll see the results if you'll be consistent. I hope you enjoyed the video and got some tools to overcome your challenges and light your path. If you haven't yet, please smash that thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget, the most amazing things in life are the ones you take for granted.